Okay, cool. So let me first formally introduce myself. My name is Jeff Goldstein. I'm the Center Director for the National Center for Earth and Space Science Education. We are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we oversee large-scale STEM education initiatives. And today we're going to be talking about getting everybody up to speed on what you're participating in, which is the Student Spaceflight Experiments Program. And in particular, you're participating in Mission 21 to the International Space Station. And I am the National Program Director for the Student Spaceflight Experiments Program, or AKA SSEP. And I'm also the guy that created it. And so I'm a really good person to give you the training for this initiative. And today we've got St. Petersburg College, obviously in St. Petersburg, Florida, participating jointly with the University of Central Florida, UCF, which is based in Orlando, Florida. And for St. Petersburg, Dr. Grace Moore and Dr. Erica Moulton are the community program directors, and they put forward what we call an implementation plan. And Dr. Phil Metzer is at UCF, and he is the community program director for UCF, and he put forward an implementation plan. And what I see here is that for St. Petersburg College, the expectation is 20 to 30 undergraduate students participating. And for UCF, it's 15 teams of 3 students participating. So that kind of gives you a groundwork for, who we all are. With a show of hands, how many of you are faculty? Cool. And with a show of hands, how many of you are participating undergraduate students? And do we have, by the way, any graduate students on this video conference? Okay. So what we're going to do today is go over the agenda. Does everybody have a copy of the agenda?
It's in the front.
Okay. And I think, I'm going to be asking a lot of questions later on in the Zoom. I'm going to be asking lots of leading questions because I want to model best teaching practices, and I want to get you to help tell the story of microgravity experiment design. So I think if I ask you sort of like a touchstone question, like, so how are we doing here? Give me a thumbs up. Just like a thumbs up is all I need as a visual cue to know if we're on the right track. So this agenda is associated with 7 different chapters. And what I'm going to do is at the start of each chapter, I'm going to start the Zoom recording to the cloud. And at the end of the chapter, I'm going to pause the Zoom recording so John Hamill on my staff will know where the interruptions are. And he's going to quickly take that one Zoom recording and break it into a video library of segments. So for instance, if you want to go to the segment on classic experiment design, you don't have to go through a 2.5-hour Zoom recording to figure out where it is. And the library will be posted on the website, and we'll provide the community program directors the link to that library. So you'll get the link to the Zoom recording library on Monday. So that's the process. And so what we are trying to do here is get everybody up to speed on SSEP so that you can start moving right away. There's a lot to cover. This is the real space program. We are bound by real NASA regulations. And I'm sure that both colleges, UCF and St. Petersburg, have staff, faculty, and students that have been participating in NASA programs, so you know what I'm talking about.